So this week I made a whole bunch of progress. It's actually a whole lot of fun in the shop this week. Here you see me doing a whole bunch of dimpling and machine countersinking, getting everything ready for the skins, the J channels, as well as the ribs. Had to get everything formed up in code, and then, like usual, take everything apart and effectively start over again. But here, just getting rid of some of the deburring for the J channels, for the ribs, as well as the skins, making sure that all that's ready to rock and roll when it comes time for fitting everything up and starting with the riveting process. Here in just a little bit, I started doing the access panel for the stall warning device that Vans includes in the kit. I do plan on just using the standard stall warning kit, so I was able to follow the instructions there. But I'll talk about that in a minute. Here I did have a little bit of trouble with some of the dimpling on the skins. The DRDT2 was not able to reach without damaging the skins, so I went as far as I could with the DRDT2, and then put that away, gave that up, and used the manual dimpler from Cleveland Aircraft Tools or Cleveland Aircraft Supply, something like that. So here, this is me doing the manual dimpling. It's labor intensive. It takes a while, but it is the right way to do it to make sure that you don't bend or warp those skins with the DRDT2. So here I'm starting to rivet on the nut plates for the splices, the fuel tank, and the leading edge splices. This took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to take, but it turned out okay. Everything went perfectly fine. And then here I'm working on getting everything ready for me to cut out the access panel for that stall warning device. I was actually quite tickled with how well this went. When I measured the final hole relative to the back of the leading edge to see how square it was, I ended up being within 5 thousandths of an inch on the square, so I was quite pleased with how that template worked out and how well it guided you to get everything done. The build itself wasn't terribly challenging, but it was rewarding because it moved pretty quickly, and I was able to get that entire 19 page 2 section done in one day. So it went really well. This little part was a little bit challenging. That was cutting in the gap in the skin to get that stall warning vein sticking out of the skin. That was a little touchy, but same thing, just took my time and was patient. Turned out okay. Here I'm just getting everything dry fit up so that I can start riveting next week. I was actually quite pleased with how well this went together, but should be ready to rock and roll with riveting next week.